I was scared. I was trying my best to just focus on the illness, because if I should start focusing on other things, I would just die of heartache and fear. I feel like fear is even the main thing that actually kills people more than the actual illness. Hey guys, so my podcast, Just Say It by Favour Ojika, is now available on all your podcasting platforms. Please check the description box below for more information. To be honest, I'm not really good at all this like hair stuff. It's hot though. Yeah, I barely have diarrhea by this. It's like as you're shitting, you're thinking of vomiting at the same time. This is super harder than I thought, talking and straightening hair at the same time. I thought it was just going to be normal, but apparently it's actually hard to talk and do this. It's hard. Let's just get right into this video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to have you guys back here with me. If you're a new person on my channel, welcome. My name is Favour Ojika and I make content on my lived experiences here in the United States of Obodo Igbo. If you're a returning subscriber, you're my G, as always. A lot of things have been going on. For some of you that noticed and actually reached out to me, I was like, Favour, we are not seeing anything from you again. What happened? Are you okay? Thank you. God will bless you. It's not easy for people like you to actually look out for people like me, so I appreciate you. If you can see by the title of this video, yes, something big happened to me. Today I'm just going to tell you guys all about it. I think this started 2-3 weeks ago. I remember waking up with like a very terrible headache, just call it a migraine. But then again, for those people that know me, know that sometimes I go through periods where I have headaches most of the time. So I just took it as one of those things. I have a headache, big deal. I just took ibuprofen because I was like, okay, maybe I'm too stressed and maybe this is my body just telling me to relax. It was not even doing as if it was even coming down. I think a few hours into it, it was like increasing. I noticed I had chills that night, but then I just took it as part, oh, the weather is changing. For those of you that don't know, I live in Minnesota, so the weather normally gets cold around this period. After a while, it continued. Chai! The next day, it was just cold. I was just cold, like legit shaking. I even had to wear like my winter gloves at some point because I had my socks on. I was doubling the clothes I was wearing. I even had to sleep with winter jacket nights too because of how cold I was. And I was like, this is not ordinary cold, right? I couldn't really talk properly and I could not really eat, so I didn't really have appetite like that. It became a bunch of things. It became headache, cold. I had running nose, but it wasn't like as bad. I wasn't coughing immediately. And that's why it was really hard for it to be like, oh, so I don't know if you contacted the disease or anything. I didn't even know what was going on because I barely came out of the house. I was just indoors. I remember that weekend, I remember waking up in the middle of the night. Like at first, like in the middle of the night I was sweating. Normally when I sleep, I don't wake up till the next day. Like I just sleep. Something has to be serious to wake me up at night. Very serious. Even to pee. No matter how tired I am, I always go to the bathroom because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night. It's very tiring. I woke up a few times in the middle of the night and I was just shivering, just cold. This one time I started sweating and I was like, okay, this is good news. At least I'm sweating, One day, a few hours later, it turned to cold sweat in my back and it made me cold again. And I was just shivering, throughout the day. I couldn't really do much. I couldn't really do like my normal routine or normal things I normally do because I was just not feeling it. I didn't have the energy to even leave the house. To take a shower was a problem. There was this one time I remember one of the days where it was so bad I could not stand. I felt like I was going to sleep in the bathroom and actually break my head. So I remember just pouring water on my body. I've never done that kind of American Wonder bathing in a long time. Like it was like armpits, important places, and just rinsed my body and ran out of the bathroom because I couldn't stand. I felt so weak. Like I always had to lie down. I don't know if that makes sense. I think the few things that wasn't a problem for me was I didn't have sore throat. I didn't have difficulty breathing. I wasn't coughing immediately. It was, I think, towards the end that I started coughing, which was very weird, but I just don't know. There was this one day I was like, you know what, I made up my mind. I was like, I'm going to do the whole lemon ginger the concoction. I'm going to try my best and do it and see if I feel better. I was able to brace myself that day and I did it. I felt like it was removing most of the toxins in my face, and then, you know, after that I took a shower and I felt kind of better. But that didn't stop the issue. This went on for like over a week. I kept drinking Tylenol, Favour one. My friend came to visit, but she was like very cautious because we didn't really know why I was sick, but she took the risk regardless to come see me and stay with me. You know, brought some things that I was even able to like eat. I had a friend order me food a few times. God bless you people. Big shout out to, you know, you guys. Thank you so much for helping me. That period was not funny at all. Like, even to, you know, sit down and talk and, you know, just with some of my friends was very difficult. I could not. Like, I was just looking for memories to make me happy. One thing I didn't do during that period was think about death or read the news, because I feel like the panic or the fear would have killed me. I'll not even lie to you guys because I easily panic, but I feel like I was too sick to even think about looking at, you know, all of that, because I just did not want to make it worse. Because I feel like as much as your body is physically sick, your mind can even make your physical body sicker. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to take that chance. I didn't even think of it, if I'm being honest. Obviously I couldn't leave the house, I couldn't test or do any of that because I didn't have the energy to do any of that. I was just weak. Never felt so useless in a long time. Even going to work was difficult. The good thing was I was working from home, so there were some times where, you know, I was attending a lot of meetings. Pushing myself to work was very difficult. I think I missed work because I just could not do it. I couldn't work. I eventually went back to work. I was, you know, attending a lot of meetings, so I didn't have to physically do like a lot of like manual labor. There were times where I had myself, I could actually sit up upright well, while there were other times where I could not even look at the computer because it was just, it's not a good feeling. I didn't test until last weekend before I found a place to test at. By this time, I've already gotten like a lot better, that I could walk around the house, you know, stuff like that. I had to do urgency care. I really had to see a doctor. I'm still waiting for the bill because I'm very sure they're going to charge my ass. They said the COVID test is free, which is true, because I asked the doctor, I was like, oh, is this free? He said the test is free, but they're still going to charge me for the doctor's visit. Like, oh, America. So I'm using this video now to tell people ahead of time. Some of you that want to invite me to stuff, I mean, it's okay, you can invite me, but please don't be offended if I tell you I cannot come because I'm scared.
And it's God in everything we are doing.
I don't want to go through what I went through the last time. Right now, it's not even funny, and it's not just for me at this point. It's also for the people that I'm also living with, because I'm at home, and the last thing I want to do is to infect anybody. So I don't want any of that.
Okay.
I'm making this video to kind of tell people to be safe. Like, this thing is real. When I eventually did the tests, I think after like a week, they said it was between 2 to 7 days. The result came out though. I'll try my best and put it somewhere here, but then it was so goddamn confusing. It was like, you don't have it, but I think you have something.
Okay.
So it's like you're not negative, but you're not positive. You are indeterminate.
Will you keep quiet?
Like, I don't know what that means. You don't have COVID-19 because
Yeah,
it's supposed to be 2 regions of the infection that makes you positive for COVID-19, but you only have one. So it's like you have traces, sprinkles. You are in the coronavirus family, but it's not COVID-19 per se. In my head, I'm like, okay, Jesus. Right now, I feel good. I feel better. I'm sitting out here. I'm talking to you. I was able to clean up myself a little bit, you know, to even do makeup and say, okay, I want to do video for you guys. For the most part, it's not been funny at all. That's the truth. I'm kind of grateful to God that I am alive, I'm well, and I can talk to you guys. I remember when I showed my mom my results, she was like, hey, God forbid, you don't get it, you don't have it. you don't have corona. And I was like, amen. Because at this point, that's all I can say. You know. I also wanted to use this opportunity to apologize for not posting content this few weeks, guys. But again, like I said, it's not my fault. It's just because of everything that has been going on. I hope to bring you guys more content eventually. But now, please just manage what you're saying, because a lot has been going on. Thank you so much, guys, for all your prayers. Thank you so much for being with me, taking care of me, calling me. For those of you that called me, for those of you that did not call, I completely understand. I'm not trying to shame anybody. For people that, you know, couldn't reach out, some people were like, oh, I really apologize, I did not know. I completely understand, and I don't fault you. It's not as if I check up on you almost every day. I appreciate your care. Thank you so much for those that reached out. Your strength pulled me through, so I appreciate you guys. I'm happy to be back. That's basically all I wanted to tell you guys. I just wanted to just tell you about my ordeal. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please, if you like this video, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Okay, bye, guys.